Alright guys, I told you I'd be here after August 24th. Here I am. I would have been a lot sooner, but I wanted to give you a more thought about, less emotional post-game thoughts. It will be definitely emotion in it, but it'll be rational. So first of all, Florida Gators, hats off to y'all. Y'all won. Congratulations, 20-24. It was a fight of sorts. It was very messy. It looked like a week 0 game, but y'all won, so congrats. Miami was not up to where it should have been to win this game. But, yeah. So, congrats to y'all. Y'all won. Miami. Whew. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do this thing called what I'm impressed with, what worried me, what pissed me off. Okay? And I'm really angry right now. Rationally angry. So, I'm going to start off with that. Knock it out. And we'll finish on a positive note. That O-line. I know everyone's talking about it. I know it's a dub, but the Citadel gave better competition to Florida Gators than that offensive line showing. I don't care if their defensive front was so great or not. That was miserable. Awful effort. I don't care what your status was, what kind of player. Everybody knows. Don't be talking about only left tackles. Man, freaking all the experienced guys were pushed so far back so quickly. Jeff Thomas was getting tripped over when he was running around. I hope to goodness somehow and pray that y'all can fix this up and that, less pressured game and less athletic defensive front will help y'all, but that was just awful. And also to the staff. I didn't see enough 2 tight end sets played. Y'all didn't help them out at all. Rolling Jaron out. It should have happened more often. Just different things to relieve pressure off of them. That was awful. I mean, last year we hated our offense, and it was inconsistent quarterback play on the staff that we blamed, not even the player. I'd say the offensive line here is kind of a mix of both. I hope that gets really tweaked. Gosh. Tate, what the frick? You're out there for a third of the offensive snaps at wide receiver mostly? Don't tell me he's a better wide receiver than Hightower, Pope, or Harley, or Wiggins. I do not get it. I understand you want to do a fluke trick play, whatever. DJ Dallas Wildcat is about as much as you do that. That's as much as Tate goes out there. 3 or 4 times it works. As soon as it stops, stop it. It never worked. It looked awful. It was ridiculous. It was predictable. It was inefficient. Look, these defensive players, they don't look at jersey numbers and the names behind them. They're not like, oh my gosh, it's Martell, the 5-star QB. Maybe he's a great wide receiver, and start playing different. No, that was... that's got to be stopped and fixed, and that's an easy way to do it. But I hope they recognize that. Tackles. What happened? What happened to our tackling? It was non-existent for both sides, but Miami, I don't care. That was ridiculous to be such a great defense, and then the linebacker crew especially is where I'm outing. That was mediocre play at best. Just should have been a lot more productive. The refs, for both sides. I don't care if you're a Gator fan or Miami fan. That was awful reffing on multiple occasions. I mean, god-awful reffing. I've never... That passing interference call was ridiculous. The Gators had some stuff go, against them too. I'll be fair, they were ridiculous. As a Miami fan, maybe I'm biased, but I felt like a lot more went against us. That was crazy. I mean, it was undisciplined play by the teams in general, but that reffing was just really, really bad. Also, I have never seen a passing interference flag be picked up in the, 10 years I've been watching football. Of course it happens against Miami. Bubba Baxa, you're a scholarship football player, and you have one job, kick the ball in the uprights, and you can't do a chip shot, and you haven't been doing it since your freshman year, and sure, there's pressure or whatever, but there's no pressure on you on that kick. And that was missed, not even like slightly, didn't even hit the upright, like it was just missed. I don't understand it. I don't get it. That was pissed me off. That is unacceptable. Jeff Thomas, you want to be an All-American, you want to be a first-rounder, whatever, that's your play. That botched punt lost us the game, but I'm not going to out him only. There's plenty of other guys we can say if they fixed their stuff, they would have lost us the game. But, and then I don't care if it was contested or not. If you want to be this great player, you don't catch that perfectly thrown ball. But I'm just mad at your production. I expected more out of you, and I only saw more mistakes than that. And not just him. There's multiple wide receivers that we can get at, but those just pissed me off. Multiple stuff I wanted not to throw it in the all pissed off area because I really am pissed off about all that. So it's going to go in the worried section. My 5.5 minutes, I'm not even halfway done. That D-line, it's worrying me. I thought this was the great front. The rotating defensive ends did not happen like I wanted it to. There was 1 sack allowed. There was no pressure. I know y'all only allowed 50 yards of rushing, but that passing game, Franks is not pressured like he should have been. And it's not because Florida Gators' offensive line is so great. They held their stuff together. They got it together, and an experienced front, but there should have been a lot more pressure. This game would have gone, I know we caused 4 turnovers, but this game would have gone completely different if this was the front that was as of last year, or anywhere close. That I just wanted a lot more pressure. It worries me. In fact, in general, Blake Baker defense, I felt like it was not as havoc looking. It just not as much pressure as I wanted it to. It's not that we had awful defense on everything, but it worried me. I want the play calling to be a lot more aggressive. I don't know if it's him, but hope it gets fixed. Will Mallory, that worried me. I know he only had 3 targets, so I'm not going to overanalyze it. That's why it's in the worried section, but you make all these highlights or whatever, and then not a single... The penalties. So I put in the worried instead of the pissed off section for Miami specific because it's a week 0 game, and it's going to be sloppy, and both sides were sloppy. But the amount of sloppiness, it worried me. I just feel like in retrospect, week 0, it will get cleaned up. That's why it's in the worried section, but I didn't like that. All right. That's enough negativity, I guess. What impressed me? Jaron Williams is the man. Anyone to tell me otherwise needs to... I don't know what you're watching. I don't know what drugs you're on. This guy balled out. The adversity that he faced and his composure, his ability to play and keep passing, keep staying in the game, that the best quarterback play I've seen in a long time. No turnovers from him, interceptions, and it's just... he definitely has stuff to work on, but for a first game of Jaron Williams, we're very impressed. Excitedly impressed. Secondary, wow. Locked that down. I thought the secondary played crazy good. I also love the striker position. I know there was a blown coverage on 1 or 2 plays on Frierson, but there's some other tackles that I really liked and some turnovers. And so I thought the striker position was played pretty well. And the secondary, I'm just really excited about it. And that's without Bubba Bolden even in it. That was pretty nice. This one people might think is kind of crazy weird to say, but I was excited about the offense. It really did impress me. And this is because in retrospect of from December of the team that we were to where we are now. And I know that O-line was just atrocious, and the game was handed to us on a platter, and we didn't get it multiple times, but I'm excited about it because it impressed me was, that aggressive, crazy play calls did happen, okay? There were some good plays, and going into ACC schedule, I think it's going to go really, really big. Think about it. Just imagine for a second that your offensive line produced like it should have or halfway. That offense would have been humming and going crazy, I think. And so I was excited to see it. I was impressed, honestly, with it because I saw good plays. I really did. Against a Florida defense that's highly touted. People may disagree with it, but I kind of liked it. So yeah, there you go. That's what I'm impressed with. Not too much impressed with. I know people are like moral victory or whatever, but I am impressed with the team not taking that at all. Anyone. They're just like, no, this is no moral victory. I'm glad about that. Not in a single way. I hope they fuel themselves for the rest of the season and go undefeated after this kind of loss, because if this is what a top 10 team game looks like, either someone's very overrated, which we've been saying, or we got a good season coming up, guys. So it's a marathon, all right? It's a marathon. It's not one game, guys. So be sure to tune in New School Canes tomorrow. Lots to talk about. And today, guys, it's always all about the U.